It's fifth fever, it hits the town, we're finally here. Prologue day is upon us.
Good evening, everyone. I'll get everyone just to quieten down a little bit. Welcome to the 2024 Tatts Finke Desert Race presentation night, presented by TAB. I'm Keziah Dawn. If you've been watching some of the live broadcasts, you would have seen me and Rihanna Crean. I was down at the Finke end most of the weekend, or most of the main race anyway, having a wonderful time, and I've seen some of your faces down that end, and it's been brilliant to see you back up this end as well. A little bit of housekeeping, so no smoking in the building. Courtyards are outside to the left. They have heaters and they have audio coverage as well. Toilets are located behind me in the hallway. In case of an emergency, there are multiple green lights that you can see. They're all exits. Just run for one of those in an orderly fashion. The Ellery room next door contains a bar, cafe, live feed, so you won't miss a single thing happening in here if you have to pop out and grab an extra drink. Families can tune in online or via our Facebook page as well. Please note the staircase to my left of the stage. For access to the stage, everyone coming up and getting an award. There is actually one on both sides, but mainly if you can go to this one, that would be brilliant. After receiving your trophy, please head to the left or right. That has a TBC next to it, so we'll roll with that one. But you do need to have a winner's photo, which is right here with the lovely ambassadors. Any queries, should you be directed by our officials? They are just on the right-hand side of the stage. All right, so welcome to all of our sponsors, competitors, volunteers, race officials from Motorsport and Motorcycling Australia, life members, spectators who have helped us get there and back this weekend. I would also like to give a special thank you to our committee members, Anthony Yoffa, our president, Kelsey Branford, our vice president, Leanne Southam, treasurer, Emma Williams, our secretary. I should have got the pronunciation for this one before when I was going through this with Yoff. Glenn Orange? Close? Josh Clark, Tracy Meekings, the administration manager, Amy Ma, also an administration officer. All right, so also special thank you some of those sponsors who make this whole thing possible. The Lot by Tatts. I'd like to acknowledge Liz McPherson, Tia Cutts and Michaela Connors, who have been at the track. I actually saw them down at Finke yesterday too, which was absolutely brilliant. We love having them part of the event. This is their 25th year sponsoring the race, and it makes it kind of a historic occasion tonight. Liz, Tia and Michaela, thank you for being here and thank you for being part of the Finke family. Tonight's sponsors, Tab. We've been extremely lucky to have Tab support presentation night for the last 5 years. Amy from Tab was here with us this weekend, but she had to fly out this evening and wanted to congratulate all the volunteers and competitors for a fantastic weekend. The Finke Desert Race Committee would also like to ask the Finke family to support the people and businesses that help support our great race. We have platinum sponsors: Northern Territory Government, Lassiter's Crown Plaza, Alice Springs Town Council, Impaja Television, Forex, Tab and Method Race Wheels. Our gold sponsors: we would also like to show our great appreciation for these gold sponsors who provide key services and expertise to support the running of the event: RAM Remote Area Machinery Hire, Chubb, Exact Contracting, Abri and Morton Bros Contracting. Silver sponsors: Alice Equipment Hire, Aspirant, Desert Tech, Alice Plaza Shopping Centre, Sportsnet Holidays, Thrifty Car Rental and the National Bank of Australia. True Blue sponsors: Red Centre Technology Partners, Alice Springs Correctional Services, Centre Pest Management, APJ, Concrete, Hastings Deering / CAT or CAT. Now I'm sure you can all see there are 4 lovely ladies up here. We've got 2 on stage and 2 right beside me to my right, wearing beautiful pink dresses. I'd like to say a special thank you to our ambassadors for 2024 for helping out with tonight's proceedings. Elle Easy, Renee Field, Lauren Andrews and Georgie Blaine. Can we just give them a quick round of applause? The Finke ambassadors are unlike any other promotional modelling positions around the country, selecting real women who both have a passion and interest in motorsport, but also have an interest in volunteering their time to a community event. They become part of the Finke family and are widely recognised. These women all bring a wealth of knowledge, experience and passion to the event and broadcast the race to a wider audience. I would also like to thank the sponsors for the ambassadors, because the girls have been looking gorgeous all weekend. Heatwave Sunglasses and Goggles, Mixed Lollies, Revive Skin Clinic, Revival Ink Design Company, Sometimes Sad, the La La Collective and Fogs. So our ambassadors will be assisting us with this evening's presentation for the class and outright winners. But before we get stuck into those, I would like to welcome our President, Anthony Yoffa, to the stage to say a few words.
Thanks, Keziah, and welcome everybody to presentation night tonight. What a fabulous night and what a fabulous crowd. I'm so pleased that we've got the room full, and despite a slightly lower number of competitors, we've managed to adapt and give you more time between your grid starts and in your prologue, particularly in the bike section. So I hope you've had a great weekend, and I hope you really enjoy tonight. I'd also like to welcome all of those that are watching on the live stream from home or anywhere around Australia or around the world, and those camped down the racetrack watching on Starlink. You are watching tonight's presentation night, brought to you by Tab. I need to thank in particular, as Keziah has already mentioned, the Northern Territory Government. For those of you that were here last year, we climbed Everest last year and we got to the top. This year we didn't even need to get to base camp. We had a pretty good run because we had a lot. We'd done a lot the year before. We'd had really good support from Motorsport and Motorcycling Australia this year, and of course the Northern Territory Government. We really can't run this event without a number of key partners, both corporate partners but also governments. I mean, in other states, any major event has a major events company via the government that inject a significant amount of money into their event, and we're no different. Our event funding from the Northern Territory Major Events Company is about 20% of our overall income. So it's a significant amount of money. Got to say that the largest amount of money comes in from you people, from competitor entry fees, and that's what underpins our event. To the government's fleet people that provide us with vehicles, we have no IT system without IT support. And of course our corporate partners. We've got a lot of corporate partners that Keziah has just read through. We can't do this event without them, and look, they love this event as much as you do. People want to sponsor the event because they love the event. It's a community event. They want to see the event continue. To the Lottery Corporation and staff, 25 years. There's not many events, I don't think, that have a corporate partner as a naming rights sponsor for 25 continuous years. That's a significant achievement, and we're very proud to be a recipient of that, and I'm sure you guys are as well. Thank you. Yeah, I think they deserve a round of applause. They are here. To the team in race control, to the people that worked with me all weekend, I was lucky. I sat in an air-conditioned room watching about 15 different screens, listening to the radio, listening to a whole lot of chatter, but plotting where everyone was. You know, the technology that we have in the car section with Rally Safe and GPS tracking is really next level for this event. We hope to go that way with the bike section, so we know where the car section is. We know where you all are, including whether you're on the back of a trailer or not, or parked up at the casino, but we know where you are. We know where all our helicopters are. We know where our 15 ambulance vehicles are. It's really good stuff. Our team works under a lot of pressure, but I mean, they did a great job. Underpinning our medical response is St John Ambulance NT. They are the ambulance provider for the Northern Territory, and they had 52 paramedics, volunteers, volunteer doctors. They have an arrangement with Victoria, so they had interstate paramedics and doctors come up from Victoria to experience what an event like ours is. Some of them have been with us for 32 years. That's longer than I've been here. To all our volunteers, we had 345 odd volunteers. They're not just from Alice Springs, they're from all around the country. Some of them are partners of competitors, they're crew members, or they're just random people that just enjoy coming up from interstate to Alice Springs to, you know, the land of opportunity, which is the Northern Territory, and going down the track or working at the start line. The technology changes we made this year through the live stream, we were very fortunate to have Bo Robinson's live in-car footage being streamed around the planet, and we also had live streaming from static cameras at all of our checkpoints. Now that technology is only going to improve over the years, so what you can't see in the flash of a moment, you'll be able to see either through connectivity or through at home or on the other side of the world watching what's going on here. I hope everyone enjoyed that, particularly those that are watching on the stream tonight. You would have watched the stream over the weekend. I don't have this year's figures, but last year we had upwards of 200,000 people watching our live stream. To my fellow committee members, Keziah's mentioned Kelsey, Emma, Leanne, Josh and Glenn Orick. You know, I'm grateful that we're all part of a team, and I congratulate them. And I'd like to make a special mention of Glenn Orick, who has been on our committee for about 17 years. He's a former competitor. He's been a volunteer for St John Ambulance for 30 plus years. He volunteers for everything. Glenn is unwell and he's missed his first Finke in about 40 years. He's up in Darwin, and if he's watching the stream, g'day Glenn, we send our love to you and we look forward to seeing you back in town. Good on you. I'm sure a lot of you have seen Glenn around race camp down at in Apatula. You know, he was really hated being in civilization this weekend, but unfortunately that's where he's at. To our checkpoint crews, our recovery teams, the last one got into town just before we started here. I thank them. And finally to your competitors for making this such a great event. For those that are the first time competitors, and there are 50% of the bike field haven't been before as a competitor, I welcome you. I hope you all come back again and continue the tradition of the Finke family. And for those that have been before, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Every finisher receives a survivor spike, which is a significant memento from the former railway that ran through to Central Australia. And I'd just like to read you what part of an inscription on the back of this year's class trophies. And that is that it is as following. The tortuous there and back track follows the route of the Central Australia Railway built between Port Augusta and Alice Springs between 1878 and 1929. The train became known as the GAN, and the new line still retains that name, but it actually followed the route of the overland telegraph line. Finke itself was a railway siding where the railway fettlers live, those that repaired or built the line, and they moved there in 1925. And the big tower you see at Bundooma, the steel tower, that's a desalination tower that was put there during the Second World War as the increase in trains heading north before the road trip to Darwin meant they needed more treated water. And then the final inscription says, "Those that conquer the track follow in the steps of pioneers." So I hope those that receive a trophy tonight really cherish that. Have a great night. We're here to have a bit of fun tonight. I've got old stager 2006 bike champion Ryan Branford, who's going to have a bit of a roaming Ryan tonight. I'll be with him. Yeah, I know. The bike riders love him. And just as I finish, to acknowledge our volunteers, just like to show a quick video presentation of this year's Volunteer of the Year or Finke Hero. That's Julie and Lance Thompson. Have a great night.
All right, we have a very special presentation to make. This is usually done at scrutineering, but it is to name the 2024 Finke Heroes. Now we have two this year, Julie and Lance. They weren't prepared for this. I set this up as a little bit of a volunteer briefing, but Julie and Lance, you've both been coming out here for 15 years. You first came out here doing radio, you fell in love with the race. What has made you keep coming back and being here at the Finke checkpoint every year?
I'm actually lost for words. Can you help?
Just the community spirit, everyone here to help. Yeah, it makes it good. Yeah, it's nice to come down.
Well, you've been here every year. I've been here for the last 3 years as well. You make it an absolutely incredible atmosphere. Thank you so much. You flag off the competitors. Every competitor who leaves here, you can hear her cheering, literally excited to see them go, see them come in. Lance, you water the track so nobody's covered in dust here most of the time. An incredible effort to come out here every year and do this. You also bring the bikes back to make sure bikes make it back to their safety point. Thank you so, so much.
The reason we do actually come back year after year is because it's the closest that you can actually get to the race. So anyone who wants to volunteer out there, that's the reason why we do it. That's the reason why you should do it. Camping's great, you get to see them come past, but volunteering down this end. We always need more volunteering. Places you can go without being one of those mad people that go up and down the track. How'd you keep that a secret?
We did a pretty good effort, didn't we?
We did, yes, well done. I didn't know.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Well deserved. Now, they are two people who certainly do deserve that round of applause. And if you've been to the Finke, you are very familiar with Julie and Lance. All right, so we're going to get stuck into some presentations now, because that's what we're all here for. We're going to start with the presentation of the side-by-side pro class.
Side-by-side Pro, an off-road recreational vehicle with an engine of capacity not exceeding 2050cc, including the relevant multiplication factor or factors if supercharged or turbocharged.
All right, in third place is Troy Bestman and Anthony Milson. Coming all the way from Dubbo, doing it in 4 hours, 22 minutes and 6 seconds. In second place is Greg Campbell and Tori Campbell, as well as Lachlan Campbell as well. They did it in 4 hours, 18 minutes and 23 seconds, and they come from Ennan Grove in New South Wales. And in first place, our champions for the side-by-side pro is Jeff McNiven and Jake Nicholson, doing it in 4 hours, 4 minutes and 50 seconds. And I'll just get all of you to make sure you come down to the right of the stage and get a photo with our gorgeous ambassadors down here. Just to the right of the stage, that would be great. All right, now we'll continue with the presentation of the Bike Class 9, which is our category of women running for the second year.
Class 9, Women's Class.
In third place, we have Emma Haylock, doing it in 5 hours, 24 minutes and 57 seconds. In second place, we have Taylor Maurice, doing it in 5 hours, 22 minutes and 8 seconds. And in first place, we have Maddie Healy, doing it in 5 hours, 1 minute and 30 seconds. And Maddie, I'll just get you to say a few words.
First of all, I'd just like to thank the committee for this awesome event. It was definitely an eye-opener, and I'm definitely keen to come back for next year. My whole family for getting me up here. Without you guys, it definitely wouldn't have been possible. The Elliott Brothers race team, Gas Australia, Fox Australia, VIPT Lifestyle, TuneTech Suspension, and the Simford race team for helping me out with all the fuel stops. Yeah, you guys are what make it possible. Thank you.
Well done to our women taking on Finke. Next up is the side-by-side sport class. We only had one finisher in this category, but we'll watch a short video first.
Side-by-side sport, an off-road recreational vehicle with a naturally aspirated engine of capacity not exceeding 1200cc.
And I'd like to welcome to the stage John White and Jack Briggs, doing it in 6 hours, 6 minutes, 55 seconds.
I'd just like to thank the grandson Jack for giving me a hand over the weekend, and the team, Adam and Duncan, for giving us all our support. And I'd like to thank the Finke organisation and the volunteers for allowing us the freedom to fail, and it's just so important that we as a people keep that freedom.
Now, I was just trying to look out. Apparently, we've got some roving reporters. Has anyone spotted a roving reporter near them? Oh, yep, over there. I'll hand it over to you guys.
Thanks, because I'm looking for my partner in crime in Ryan Branford, who I'm looking for my g'day Anthony Offer again. I'm looking for my partner in crime, Ryan Branford. Has anybody seen him around there? Last I heard, he'd gone outside for a durry. But so in between, I've just stepped in, and I thought many of you people won't know this year's clerk of course for both the cars and the bikes, commonly referred to as the race director across both disciplines, and it's David Stewart. So I've got David with me. How was it this year?
It's a great event, Yoff. I came up here in the mid-90s to help some competitors. I love the country up here, and obviously I love the event. I was up here in 2022, couldn't make it last year, but couldn't wait to get back this year.
Now, David's got a bit of a story because he was up here back in the Randall Gregory's days. Who were you supporting then? Because you're a mechanic.
Yeah, so I was primarily up here with Graham Baldwin, who's a Finke legend, and did a lot. I worked for Ballard's back then, and we were able to supply Randall with quite a few bits in 94. 95 I came up and did a whole bunch of suspension work for Randall, Dan Ashcraft, a whole bunch of riders, as well as Baldo. So I've done the overnight bivouac down at Finke, and I've experienced that. And, you know, I fell in love with the event then. I'd never had the kahunas to come and ride it. So hats off to all the riders up here.
So you had a sort of hiatus for about 25 or 26 years. When you first came back in 2022, you obviously noticed the difference. What was it that sort of stood out to you?
I think the professionalism of the event. It's really grown in stature over the years, and every year it gets better. The leap from 2022 to this year is amazing, and I know that the committee worked super hard for all the competitors, and next year will be even better.
And so you're coming back next year?
Well, it depends if you invite me.
Now, of course, many of you won't know that David is also, he's a senior motorsport official that travels all around the country. Where are you off to next week?
Next week I'll be in Darwin for Supercars and Porsche Carrera Cup.
And prior to that?
Last weekend I was at the Bend for the Speed Series down there.
It's not a bad life.
My wife doesn't think so.
For a single bloke.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
No, David, great having you here. So that is David Stewart, who is our clerk of course for both the moto and the auto section for 2024. Now we're going to switch back to Keziah.
This is brilliant. I love having this roving reporter. Thank you, Yoff. You need to find your sidekick though. We seem to have lost to Ryan Branford at the moment. We'll continue with the presentation of the bikes and the Class 8s. In third place, we have Anthony Blakely.
Class
doing
8,
5 hours,
veterans
51
55
minutes
years and over.
58 seconds all the way from Darwin. In second place, we have Warren Zerner in 5 hours, 47 minutes and 12 seconds from Adelaide, SA. And in first place, our champion for the Class 8 55 years and over is Warren Strange in 4 hours, 44 minutes and 19 seconds.
Thank you. I just wanted to say thanks to Stephen Greenfield for doing my suspension, saved my life. Thanks Greenie. Thanks Alex and Nick for letting us use their workshop for the last couple of months. And a special thanks to my partner Susan, who drove up and down the service road for the past 2 months. She did about 5,500 kilometres, so big thank you to her as well. Thank you.
All right, we'll continue with the production four-wheel drives.
Production four-wheel drive. Production four-wheel drive where the engine capacity shall not exceed 7,000cc for naturally aspirated engines, 6,000cc for supercharged petrol engines inclusive of any supercharging, rotary multiplication factors, or 7,200cc for diesel engines inclusive of any supercharging multiplication factors.
Now, we only ended up with one finisher in this category, and that was Brad Lovell and Byam Lovell in 5 hours, 58 minutes and 23 seconds in the Ford Ranger Raptor.
Well, hi everybody. It's a great honor to come over. My son and I are from the U.S., and it's a great honor to come over here to Australia and race with Ford Performance in the Ranger Raptor. I was asked in an interview if I felt like an outsider here coming over from the U.S., and I don't. And I think that's because the desert community, the racing community, we're all one, whether it's Mexico, the U.S., or Australia. And I have friends in this paddock just like I would in a pit in the U.S. or in the desert in Mexico. So thank you for having us as part of the family. It's very much appreciated. I think we showed up to this race with the best weapon for this class, which is a Ford Ranger Raptor. It's born and bred in Australia, and we can run a really strong pace out there, and the truck did great, whether it was pre-running or racing. And I would also like to say, thank you for Chevy for coming out here. Craig and Dale, you guys really kept us on our toes the last few days. And we didn't win every battle, but I guess we came out on top at the end. So thank you for the battle there. Liam?
To thank some of the people on our side, Ford Australia, Ford Performance, especially the Hughesmans who prepped the truck in the first and helped put it together, and Walkinshaw who helped, put this whole race together for us. It's been a huge experience for me, especially being 17 and freshly out of high school. It's amazing. I'd like to thank Fink for allowing us to come out here, especially coming over from the States. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And this isn't part of the script, but I'd like to acknowledge Craig Lowndes and Dale Muscat in that category. They did the fastest time from Alice to Fink and unfortunately didn't make it back here. We'll continue with the bikes class 7.
Class 7, seniors 45 to 54 years.
In third place, we have Jason Gunther in 5 hours, 4 minutes and 33 seconds, coming from Cessnock, New South Wales. In second place, we have Brad Wilkinson in 4 hours, 48 minutes and 2 seconds. And our winner for the class, our champion, is Brandon Kindhouse in 4 hours, 32 minutes and 16 seconds. Brandon, I'll get you to say a few words if that's all right.
So I'd like to thank Simford. I've been doing this, probably 6 years now, this event, and this year is probably special for me because the young bloke did it with me, so it was a good one. He pre-run with me, and we raced up together. I got up there in front of him, and then he got back here in front of me. So it was a special one for me this year. Love this event. I don't do much racing outside of this anymore, but comfortable up here. I love the country up here and coming up here and pre-running, and to get a result like this is perfect. But I'd like to thank Simford and Pump and Power for supporting us with the workshop, and all the boys at the fuel stops. I mean, as all the racers know, fuel stops, you can't, you need that support, and they all just stepped up, this week. So, I'd just like to thank everyone for that. So, that's it.
I'll just get you all of our winners, if you can make your way to the right of the stage and get a photo, that would be great. All right, we're going to play a short video now, a little recap of the weekend.
On my dinner plate, that's one. Wait. On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one.
I think it's absolutely wild to think that is just the last 48 hours and maybe prologue before that. Who has had a good weekend? All right, we'll continue on with our extreme four-wheel drive class.
Extreme four-wheel drive, highly modified four-wheel drive vehicles. The engine is free except for the engine capacity shall not exceed 7,000cc for naturally aspirated petrol engines, 6,000cc for supercharged petrol engines, inclusive of any supercharging rotary multiplication factors, or 7,200cc for diesel engines, inclusive of any supercharging multiplication factors.
Now in second place, from Mount View, New South Wales, in a time of 5 hours, 1 minute and 26 seconds. It's number 897, Phil Lovett and Luke Stanley. And in first place, we have from Goldstream, Victoria, in 3 hours, 52 minutes and 53 seconds is Andrew Brown and Denny Hardman. Do we have an Andrew Brown and Denny Hardman? Are you sure you don't want to say anything? All right, is there someone in the crowd who will be able to collect the trophy for our champions, or shall we move on? All right, we'll continue with bike class 6.
Class 6, Masters 35 to 44 years.
And in third place from Fullerton Cove, New South Wales, in a time of 4 hours, 31 minutes and 45 seconds, number 699, Lee Stevens. In second place from Alice Springs, NT, in 4 hours, 23 minutes and 27 seconds, number 21, James Heenan. And in first place from Kelso, New South Wales, in 3 hours, 53 minutes and 25 seconds, we have number 9, Ben Grabham. I'll just get you here, Ben, to say a few words, and then if you guys want to make it down to the right of the stage, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd just like to say a big congratulations and thank you to the Finke committee and all the sponsors. I've been coming here for a lot of years, and it's another great event. Massive thank you to Gas for supporting me in my new VIP race experience program. I can't say a big enough thank you to all our crew. I won't name yous all, half yous over here at the moment. There's some pretty awesome people there that make what I do look pretty cool and support me a lot, so thank you. And just, yeah, that's it. Hope you all have a good night. Thank you.
I also want to point out Ben had 13 riders as part of his VIP experience, one of those Georgia in our women's category as well. So well done, Ben. We'll continue with the performance two-wheel drive class.
Performance two-wheel drive. Modified two-wheel drive vehicle engine capacity shall not exceed 7,000cc for naturally aspirated petrol engines, 6,000cc for supercharged petrol engines inclusive of any supercharging rotary multiplication factors, or 7,200cc for diesel engines inclusive of any supercharging multiplication factors.
And in third place from Kennellan in the NT in 6 hours, 56 minutes and 21 seconds, number 547, Dennis and Jamie Debrini. In second place from Saturday in the NT, in 6 hours, 20 minutes and 28 seconds, number 544, Benjamin Oliver and Eleanor Kellis. And our champion for the category in first place from Two Wells SA in 4 hours, 43 minutes and 20 seconds, number 585, Michael Shipton and Paul Shorten. Michael and Paul, I'll get you to say a few words.
I'd just like to thank my sponsors and my crew. Daz, if you're still awake over there. Nev, Mum, love you Mum. Couldn't get it done without you. Got to mention Simon and Gaz for running down the road, and the Ronco Motors for giving us a hand, getting us to the track and back, so thank you.
Now I'm just having a look at Yoff, are you there? Have you found Ryan Brandford yet? Have we yet to recruit him back in?
Hi, Keziah. Well, my co-conspirator Ryan Brandford has resurfaced, and he's going to talk to someone else in just a moment. But right now, I have this year's women's class champion from Kiala in Victoria. Maddie, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I had so much fun out there today and yesterday.
So Maddie Healy, who lives just out of Shepparton, not far from where I live. Now, I heard you talking on ABC Radio today, and you said that this was your first Fink and you just wanted to do it. How did you hear about it?
Well, obviously I've had multiple friends come up here and race it, and it's obviously a well-known event, so yeah, I always just wanted to do it, and me and my dad were just sort of like, before I went and raced in New Zealand, we were like, oh, why not, we'll do something different, so yeah, it's kind of where it started, and yeah.
So you're a little bit seasoned.
Yeah, I guess.
So did you do Hatter?
Yeah, every year since I was, I think, 9, I started racing Hatter.
Tell me, did you get to pre-run much of the track?
No, so I didn't even get to go to Fink. Like, I flew up here maybe a month ago. Steve Jones from FinTech Suspension kind of took me under his wing, and we did 2 days of testing, and I pretty much did maybe 100 Ks of the track, and that was it. And then we come back here, and my partner and my mum and my auntie, we did a little bit more, just going up and down the track, and then it was pretty much thrown in the deep end from there.
What were your first thoughts when you went down the track? Was it sort of what you expected, or was it, what have I got myself into?
No, I actually loved it from the word go. Like, it suited me a lot more. Yeah, I was just happy to be out there.
Danny Foote, it would have been hot competition. Taylor Maurice, last year's winners. Did you have any idea how you might place this year or how you might go?
I had no expectations. I just wanted to get to Fink and back here. Obviously, Danny Foote's an awesome rider, and I send her the best wishes. Devo that she crashed out, and obviously Taylor, she won it last year. She's also a brilliant rider and lives here, so I just wanted to finish. I didn't really mind where I come, and I got the best outcome you can possibly get, so I'm thrilled with that.
You're going to come back next year?
Yeah, I'm definitely back.
And will you pre-run the track next year before you...
Yeah, me and my dad have already spoken about that. We need to maybe get a bit more faster of a bike, and then go from there, do a lot more training.
And lastly, where do you go from here? What's next for you?
So I have Pro-Mex of motocross in 2 weeks, and then I'll start training for Hatter. I've got a state title at home, and then it'll be all in for Hatter after that.
Good on you, Maddie.
Thank you.
Maddie Healy, our women's class winner for 2024. Give her a round of applause. Great achievement. Up against some crack competition. This year our women's class increased over last year, and we hope that it will increase again in 2025. But right now, I hope to cross to my old stager, Ryan Branford, who's sitting just across from me, and I think he's got some of the STE boys.
Hey! Yeah, so I've come back in the outside, so I've been fortunate enough to spend the whole weekend hanging out with the committee and all the volunteers, putting the event on. So first of all, I think all the committee and volunteers need a round of applause from the crowd for what they've done this weekend. I've also been fortunate enough to be part of the STE team, and I've found Cal Norton second this weekend, second outright, second in Class 5. Or Class 2, I should say. So he wouldn't be happy about that, but Cal, how was your weekend, mate?
Yeah, it was good fun. Good. Just happy to get through clean and another Fink under my belt. And second, happy with the podium, and still not quite as good as you yet, Branford. Haven't won one, but anyway, you still got that on me. But no, it was good. Dobby put on a great show once again, and 5 in a row was very impressive, and stoked for him as well. So, and obviously to have Corey on the podium as well with us was bloody good. So I really enjoyed it.
Mate, big effort, everybody that comes to Fink and puts in the effort. For the team, obviously, it's been a big year putting into Fink. Obviously, what's next for you? I think, obviously, you moved to Hattah now, but obviously, everyone that puts into Fink, it takes a big time. Tell us about the 6 months into Fink.
Yeah, it's massive. We got up here November last year, so this new bike that we're on, the 24 KTM 500, come out sort of after Hattah, I suppose, last year, and we got our hands on that, and Scotty built that up while I was overseas, and then got straight to here, and just 6-7 months worth of testing. So it was just doing everything we could to try and get as comfy as we could on the new bike, and it was good. I felt like I had a chance at it maybe this weekend, but gave it my all, rode as best I felt I could, and not good enough, obviously, and just hats off to Walshy. He's just an animal out here, so it's going to take even more again next year to try and nudge him again. I hope he comes back again. I believe he will, so look forward to it.
Yeah, look, Walshy doing the 5 in a row, equaling Randall's record, obviously is a big feat in its own right, and then obviously there's young fellas like yourself trying to catch him or beat him in the race. I mean, David's done a great job this weekend again, going cars as a navvy, and then obviously as a bike rider to win the race. But obviously, does it stir you up to come back next year and go that little bit further? I mean, you weren't far off the pace. I mean, what do you think next year has, and what more does it take to actually beat David for everyone else out there? Because obviously people think David's unbeatable, but at the end of the day you've got to set a goal and you've got to work at it. And what do you think as a rider it takes to be that, at that, to take it to David?
Honestly, a big set. Nah, it's just he's very impressive, especially day one. I think he sets his race up a lot with day one. Honestly, felt like I rode pretty well to Deep Well, which is the first checkpoint, 60 Ks on day one, and he'd already caught me a minute, so I was just like, damn, that's a lot to give up early in the race. So I think I just got to improve day one, and we've always been strong day two, so I think if I can work on day one, that's where it's at, and at least be within a minute of him coming home would be nice. Obviously, he can probably wick it up again, and he had a little drama coming home too, so... But we had a few problems as well, but just got to clean that up and go from there. But I think between myself, Liam, David's cousin, and Corey McMahon, and even Corey Hammond, there's lots of young guys. We're all 23, 24, 22, so we've got plenty of years left, and yeah, we'll make it happen soon, hopefully.
Great insight into what it is to get to the podium, I think, and yeah, we appreciate your time, and we'll wrap that up, and we'll move on to the next one.
I just have to...
We'll go back to the stage.
Can we ask one more question? Callum, did you remember to put sunscreen on in the end?
No, I should have. Rang not too well in the sun.
Apparently you forgot that down the Finke end. All right, we'll pick up with the presentations again. So for bike class 5.
Class 5, 251cc to 450cc 4-stroke.
In third place, from Waikeri in South Australia, in 4 hours, 18 minutes and 3 seconds, it's X77 Jack Colbert. In second place, from Newman, Western Australia, in 4 hours, 7 minutes and 35 seconds, we have number 30, Mitchell Outram. And our champion in first place, from Mildura in Victoria, in 4 hours, 2 minutes and 33 seconds, we have number 8, Brodie Waters.
I'd just like to thank Honda Australia for backing me this year and doing everything they have done for me. My crew, Rowan and Craig, Craig's busted his ass out here for the last couple of weeks, helping me with everything. I have to thank my Alice Springs family of Ryan and Tennille Walk. They do everything for me when I'm here. And Chambers Engineering, they look after me so good while I'm in Alice. So without these guys, I'd be lost. Jason Stewart from STE for all the backing that he gives me. The VIP race experience, they've been unbelievable to me this weekend. They've made my job easy with organising all my fuel stops and down Finke End camp. So thank you, and yeah, thanks heaps to Grabo for all the coaching and everything he's done with me. It's been a massive effort to help me get back from my accident last year, so thank you.
Thank you, guys. Just make your way to the right. Thank you. All right, let's move on to the extreme two-wheel drives.
Extreme two-wheel drive. Highly modified two-wheel drive vehicles, including Bahas. The engine is free except for engine capacity shall not exceed 7,000cc for naturally aspirated petrol engines. 6,000cc for supercharged petrol engines, inclusive of any supercharging rotary multiplication factors, or 7,200cc for diesel engines, inclusive of any supercharging multiplication factors.
In third place, from right here in Alice Springs, a man who's no stranger to the Finke track, in 4 hours and 6 seconds, number 431, Brett Taylor. And his navigator, Peter Trees. In second place, from Stapleton, Queensland, in 3 hours, 33 minutes and 46 seconds, number 434, Billy Geddes, Corey Cooper, Brett Comiskey and Alan Cornick. And in first place, from Osborne Park, Western Australia, in 3 hours, 28 minutes and 44 seconds, we have car number 3, Bo Robinson and Shane Hunt. Now, Bo, I know you're tired of me asking you to do things, but would you like to come and say a few words?
Yeah, I'll get a bit of a yarn later on, but I just want to say thanks to the Finke committee for all their hard work. I know it's a bit of a love-hate relationship with the Robinsons with this mob, but no, thank you. Honestly, I appreciate everything you do for us and the event and the town, so yeah, thank you.
I'll just get you guys to head to the right of the stage for a photo to be taken. Sorry, I know you were taking a photo down the front. I didn't want to spoil it. All right, we'll continue with bike class 4.
Class 4, up to 250cc 4-stroke.
In third place, from here in Alice Springs, in 4 hours, 44 minutes and 3 seconds, we have bike 493, Austin Shaw. In second place, also from Alice Springs, in 4 hours, 32 minutes and 49 seconds, bike 495, Jesse Hansen. And our Class 4 champion, in first place, from Nichols Point, Victoria, in 4 hours, 22 minutes and 27 seconds, bike 499, Lewis Monaghan.
First of all, I'd just like to thank the committee for all their hard work and all the volunteers. It wouldn't be possible without them. And then also everyone that supports me. Dad put in a lot of time and effort to get me here. And STE for all their help with fuel stops and pre-running. Pete from HiMech for letting us use his yard for doing bikes and all the rest of it. And then, yeah, just everyone else that helps me. GDR suspension, the bike was handling unreal. So, yeah, and everyone else that helped me get here, thank you.
I'll get you guys to head to the right of the stage for a photo to be taken. And we're going to go to another short recap video from the last 48 to 72 hours.
Congratulations, Bo Robinson. You have done it. You have the #1 plate on your car.
Yeah, look, it's emotions are high. Yeah, it's good. Boys did a great job, Drew and all his boys. It's good finals. I've been coming my whole life actually. My mum was pregnant with me up here, so it means a lot. It means a lot. It means a lot. It means a lot. You're right. 8 years I've been coming here to be up this far. This guy here rode the wheels off going down there, so I just had to maintain. Smoothie got around me and I sort of lost a bit of an edge, and once I seen he had a flat tyre, I thought I've got a second chance. I went for it.
I just can't believe it's surreal. We got here this weekend, had cracked heads. We're running on Candy World. The effort to get here has been huge. You know, you put your body on the line out there, and when it pays off, it makes it all worth it.
It was pretty shit to start with, mind my language.
Wow, we got the top 10 right. We started 9th and I seen a lot of cars go past us, and yeah, it must have been a few breakdown on the side. We saw a couple, but I was just looking for deep holes.
Saw the sky a few times, saw the dirt a few times. Yeah, got a bit worried, but we made it home. We made it home quickly, I reckon.
Your first time at Fink. Tell me what it's been like for you.
Fast. I wasn't expecting it to be that fast, but that was really awesome. I loved it. Would do it again.
What's now? How do we celebrate? We've finally done it.
I'm going to get that damn pin.
Will you be back?
Definitely, yeah.
100% next year.
I was in the driver's seat next year, so.
Give us an understanding of the minute you leave here. I mean, you're on the track and you're ready to go.
Oh yeah, none of us is nervous as shit, actually.
Until we landed actually on our roof, that was when I got it. But yeah, so I was sort of thinking, shit, is this really happening?
How cool is that, watching the recaps and the stories that have come out of Fink? Yeah, being somebody on the ground at the finish line in Fink or back here in Alice Springs, there are a lot of people in this room as well who haven't necessarily raced Fink before and take on this challenge to tick off a bucket list item. So really awesome to hear some of those stories. Let's continue with the Super 1650 buggies.
Super 1650. Buggies with engines not exceeding 1650cc.
from Alice Springs here in the Northern Territory in 5 hours and 4 minutes and 13 seconds, number 269, Rick Chambers and Cameron. In third place, also from here in Alice Springs, in 5 hours, 4 minutes and 11 seconds, number 210, Brad Garrity and Courtney Garrity. And in first place from, well, it says via Alice Springs, so I'm going to say all Alice Springs, in 4 hours, 37 minutes and 34 seconds, number 455, Timothy Weir and Mark Mishke. No Tim Weir? Yeah.
You're right. Hello. Jesus, that's loud. Mum and Dad, first and foremost, always, thank you very much. Wouldn't be here without you. Jack, Liv, Bryce, I'm forgetting heaps of people, but thank you very much. Brody and Patrick, if you're watching, for all your help throughout the year. Mick Ackerman, huge help on the car. I think the rear arms were nearly cracked off when I started prepping it this week, so without him we wouldn't be here. Chubb, everyone at the Off-Road Club and at Finke, everyone, the committee, all the volunteers, all the landholders, Crown Point Pastoral and GNC, the Snellings, the Costellos and the Oldfields. Without them we wouldn't have this race. We're playing in their backyard and we should be really grateful for that. But yeah, unreal race, thank you very much. Well done to Brad, well done to Rick, well done to Gwynny, and well done to everyone who got a dog spike, everyone who didn't, thanks for rocking up. Ta.
I'll get you just a... All right, we'll continue with the bikes class 3.
Class 3, up to 250cc two-stroke.
In third place from Coolum Beach, Queensland, in 5 hours, 13 minutes and 16 seconds, bike 364, Tallis Little. In second place from Alice Springs, in 5 hours, 10 minutes and 20 seconds, bike 398, Reese Cole. And in first place from Frogs Hollow, New South Wales, in 5 hours, 6 minutes and 6 seconds, bike 323, Billy Johnston.
I'd like to thank me parents, me partner, kids, Bigger Motorcycles, and everyone involved in getting the race going. Thank you.
Brilliant job, guys. We'll continue with Pro-lite class winners.
Sports-lite, buggy or extreme two-wheel drive vehicles with production car-based petrol engines with engine capacity for naturally aspirated engines to a maximum of 2,500cc or four-cylinder forced induction engines to a maximum capacity of 1,600cc.
And in third place for the Sports Light class in 5 hours and 55 seconds from Connellan in the Northern Territory, we have car 1008, Shane Greening, Julia Antonelli, Darren Jessica Foley. And there is a lot of support there. Well done, guys. In second place from Pearcedale, Victoria, in 4 hours, 9 minutes and 15 seconds, number 1057, Rod Visser and Cody Visser. And in first place from Taparoo in South Australia in 4 hours, 7 minutes and 18 seconds, 1010, Paul Tinga and Daniel Kelsey. Paul, I might get you to say a few words.
So I just want to thank, first of all, my wife for letting me race cars, Daniel for jumping in the navigator's seat for me, and my dad for all his help in the shed, getting us here and everything else. Can't go without saying Spitwater SA for all their help, the local country diesel dealer, and yeah, that's about it. Thanks.
Now I keep stumbling on my words up here, so where is Yoff when you need him and our roving reporters? We might head down to you if that's all right, Yoff?
Yeah, thanks, Keziah. Well, actually, I have two legends that are just about to probably interview each other, and that is someone that has won. Between them, these two have won 5 King of the Desert. So I might just hand over to Ryan Brantford and Ben Grabban.
Yeah, well, I'm on the unfortunate end of the stick, Yoff, because I've only got one of them, but Grabbo has 4. So this weekend, I think Grabbo's come out now for his second or third Class 6 win.
Yeah, that's it. Go back a few years, I probably wouldn't want to be sitting next to you, to be honest, but we've come a long way, and it's good to be having a chat.
Yeah, before we got here, we just said we'll keep it amicable for the crowd, so it's okay. So, yeah, look, we've had some great battles. Grabbo's had some great wins, and a great desert rider, so. And these days, you know, Grabbo's kept up to it. He's supported the race, and, you know, these days you're running a tour team or a hire factory sort of setup.
Yeah, that's it. I've had a lot of different roles up here, from racer to team manager to now with a VIP race experience. And most people in the room would know old Gary Blizzard from the KTM team. I was saying to him this afternoon, my goal is to never drive the long way around to the other end of Finke. So at the moment, we run the rental packages, and I still race so I can get down to the quickest and easiest way. And so far, it's great. Like, I love being part of this race. That's why I'm here, and I also love racing it. And from the first time I come here for the 30th anniversary and just got a glimpse of it, I got hooked on it, and it's been in my blood ever since.
So you started on grid 2 yesterday and had a really good day down to Finke, so tell us about that. So you had a great prologue, 4th, I believe, in prologue, so he started on grid 2. And then went down to Fink yesterday. I think he had a pretty good run by the look of it, the times. And just give everyone here that hasn't actually heard it from the rider themselves what that was like.
Yeah, to be honest, like obviously I've done a lot of racing, but that was a pretty special moment for me lining up next to Walshy. It's just different. Like I know I can still go fast, but just to line up next to him and still be running the pace, whether it's prologue or whatever, is pretty cool. We took off and it was good to see I could run the pace for about 10 or 15 Ks, and then he kept going and I slowed down a bit. So from there on, I just rode a safe race. Like I do a lot of coaching and help support a lot of riders, so I don't want to be cartwheeling down there and setting a bad example. So I rode it safe and got down the other end. And for me, it's just enjoyable to still be competitive and running at the front and showing people that you can, if you still put in the hard work, you can still do it.
Yeah, well, you've been around there for a long time, and then come back today, obviously in a strong position. So, obviously recouped overnight and got everything ready for not just yourself but everybody involved in your setup, and then to come home today and tell us about today's run.
Yeah, stepping back a little bit, like you said, there's getting down the other end. To be honest, once we're there, apart from giving our customers advice, I'm lucky to sort of step back a little bit and look after myself. Some of these amazing people in red around here, they're the ones that keep this show rolling and make me look good with everything. Yes, I did a lot of work leading up to it, but once the race starts, I've got some amazing people that do piece it all together. And then coming home, I'm not silly, I wasn't catching the fast boys ahead of me. And then luckily enough, I had a good buffer on the boys behind. So just rode a smart race and brought it home and didn't torture the body too much.
Look, Grabbo, we appreciate you giving up your time, and well done for the weekend, and we hope that your team and, well, your experience goes well for you in the future. It looked really good to see a lot of gas line up after you this weekend, so we hope it all goes well.
Cheers. Thank you.
Hey, Ryan, just before he goes, can you just, Grabbo, do you have to have any experience, or what's the standard you have to do to take on your VIP experience?
No, it's just the same as entry criteria. You've got to have done a motorcycle and Surrey race, but other than that, we help you. I try and teach you down the track and do it safely, and it's pretty straightforward.
So for anyone out there who wants to give Fink a go, hit up Grabbo. We'll continue with the bike class 2. Some names you've probably heard a lot all weekend. In
Class 2, 451cc and above, 4-stroke.
In third place from Kurrajong, New South Wales, in 3 hours, 40 minutes and 4 seconds, number 4, Corey McMahon. In second place from Ben Weirin in Victoria, in 3 hours, 38 minutes and 59 seconds, number 2, Callum Norton. And in first place from Alice Springs in the Northern Territory, 3 hours, 38 minutes and 12 seconds, we have bike number 1, David Walsh. Is Walshy around? Just a quick one. Save your big one for later.
Save the big one for later. Alright, so this is just a quick speech. Apparently, I have to save the big one for later. Thanks to the boys. They're great competition, really fast, and both good kids, and the sport is looking very good in their hands. Massive thanks to my team. I'll get to them later. My wife, Kate, you're amazing. My mum, my family, everyone that helps me out. Love yous all, and I'll see yous pretty soon.
I'll get you to head to the right of stage. Thanks, guys. For the Pro-lite Buggy class winners next.
Pro-lite Buggy. Buggies with engines up to 3,500cc naturally aspirated.
In third place, from Barrow and Bentley, Victoria, in 4 hours, 1 minute and 13 seconds, number 123, Matthew Burrows and Jay Mitchell. In second place, from Lochinvar, New South Wales, in 3 hours, 54 minutes and 58 seconds, number 187, Ben Falk and Johnny O'Connor. And our champion in first place, from Littlehampton in South Australia, in 3 hours, 50 minutes and 3 seconds, is number 2, Mel Brandle and Liam Brandle.
All right, it's been a long night. We'll keep it short. Congratulations to these fellas. Look, that was a rough track out there today, and yeah, anyone that finished, well done to everyone out there. Look, there's been a lot of people to get this to get this here, and wow, where do I start? Todd Collins is out there, mate. He got his trailer back, and we had a hell of a weekend. It's been pretty rough. We've had a rough time, but without your help, mate, we wouldn't have been able to do it. Thank you. Back home, look, the guys that get on the phone, I ring up, ask for advice. There's guys, there's Tyson Proud, Ron Schmidt from Race Trans, Eddie for the shocks. Look, anyone that I've forgotten, I apologise. I'll keep it short, but thanks very much, and well done to Liam for hanging on. That was a rough ride. Cheers.
I think we're heading back down to find Yoff.
Boys have been chasing it since I have. Righto, Keziah. I just keep giving them sin every year.
Where are you?
What did I say to you? Okay, Keziah, I'm right up the back.
Oh, right up there. All right. Yep. Who have you got down there?
I don't know if you can hear me all right, but I'm up in the back stalls with a whole lot of car drivers and bike riders. And I can hardly hear myself. We just got a link problem with the camera, so we'll come back in just a second, but I'll keep talking.
We can hear you just fine, or I can, unless anyone else can hear any differently.
I can hardly hear myself think, but in the meantime, I will actually speak with Hannah Bentley. So, I'm with Hannah Bentley, who is from Port Pirie in South Australia. Hannah, welcome.
Thanks.
Tell me about this year's thing. You had a pretty good run.
Yeah, not too bad. It started out good, but on the way home today I had a little roly-poly. So that was interesting, but ended up making it home, so that's what matters.
So you had a good run on day one, and everything was going well?
Yeah, everything went pretty good. We stopped for about 10 minutes to check what we thought was a pretty bad issue actually, but it ended up we couldn't find anything wrong and we kept rolling. We ended up making it not too bad a time considering, and then Yeah, so day one was pretty good, but on the way home, stuffed up a little bit.
So you did a bit of a roll. Whereabouts was that on the track?
Deepwell Road crossing on the Alice side.
Yeah, Nabby, Cooper Johns, how was he in the rollover?
He was alright. I think it was his first rollover, so he had a bit of a panic, but other than that, he was alright.
You're telling me you're a bit of a rollover veteran?
Pardon?
You're a bit of a rollover veteran?
Yes, unfortunately. Yeah.
Your fourth Fink did pretty well. What are your hopes for next year?
To finish with no issues. I don't want to roll next year. I don't want to have to stop next year. So if I can finish without problems, I will be over the moon.
Now, often there's 3 Bentley cars running. Yourself, your brother Sam and your father Hayden, a 2-time winner in 2007, 2013. What happened with the rest of the team this weekend?
Actually loading Dad's car as we were leaving, just had a horrible rattling noise. Brought it in the shed and to fix it, it was gearbox out, motor out, and because it's an all-wheel drive, front shaft out, so it was just too big a job. So we just left it home, and unfortunately Dad was just on the service road. So.
And Sam did pretty well?
Sam did unreal. I actually can't believe how well he pedals in a 10 car. He did a 2-hour time, which is just amazing. But unfortunately yesterday he didn't make it the whole way, so that was a shame. But got it fixed and came home today.
And what's next for you?
Get my panels fixed, probably.
And where do you race next?
Maybe Hilston, I think. I'm not too sure. Depends all on getting it home and when we can get it fixed by.
Tell me, aside from the any rollover damage, is there much work that you have to do in between Australian Off-Road Championship rounds or other rounds? Is there much engine work you need to do?
Not normally. We actually just had a new engine, 7-litre, put in literally just for this race because I blew a motor last race. So hopefully nothing. It was all going amazing today, even after the rollover, so hopefully just touch a few things up.
Good stuff. Well, good luck at Hilston, and we'll definitely see you back next year.
Yeah, I hope so.
Good stuff. Thanks, Hannah. So that's Hannah Bentley, whose father is, as I said, 2-time winner in the Tatts Finke Desert Race. And now we've got Ryan Branford, who has managed to track down Bo Robinson.
You have to stand in.
Oh look, ladies and gentlemen, how good is this? I've been able to track down Bo Robinson, 2024 King of the Desert of the Auto Vision. Bo, it's been a long time coming, mate. I've been around for a long time. I've seen what it's, the effort, time that's put in. You've come up short, you've been there, you've been on the top. Wow, how good is this today?
No, it's really good. It's a massive relief, to be honest. You know, it was funny, we were there about 20k out and I thought, that's a pretty good day, you know. But I also thought to myself, well, if it doesn't come to fruition, it's going to be a really, really, really shit day. So it's been a long time coming. Family's tried long and hard, and you know, luckily we've made some good friends up here over the years, so it's all worth it. But no, mate, very, very sweet.
Yeah, so I was pretty lucky to stand at the start-finish line today. See Jay Sadami wearing your dad's jacket that your dad wore. I know that's been a sore point. I didn't want to bring it up, but you know, I understand you lost your dad, and I understand that OBR. Ryan Robinson has been a part of Finke for such a long time. Yourself and Trav. Like, for me, sitting back, I honestly thought it was a great day for the Robinson family.
Yeah, no, obviously, yeah. Obviously, Dad's the reason we're here. So whether Alice Springs likes that or not, they've got it. But it's the reason that Trav and I are here, and you know, it's been good for the whole. Been good for the town, been good for the sport. It's been good for us. You know, he's been he was obviously a great mentor, and I've met lots and lots of my lifelong friends through this event, like yourself and big fella here. So yeah, no, it's good.
Ryan, if I can just step in and ask a question. Bo, you know, you were a 3-car team with your dear old dad, Ryan. and then of course Trav. Now you're a two-car team, but yourself personally, keep your tongue out of my mouth. Yourself personally, you've had multiple second places and a third place, a lot of DNFs. Did you think the day had never come?
Well, I did. I did think the day would never come, to be honest, yeah. I mean, it's all well and good to say we tried pretty hard this year, but we tried harder than a lot of people think that for a lot of years, you know. Probably since Trav and I pretty much took over the, you know, running our cars, like, we tried pretty hard. And, yeah, like, without going into the details, like, it's been a big show for a long time. And, yeah, everyone looks back and thinks, oh, this year they put a lot of effort in, but, like, we put some serious effort in. So, yeah, I did think it was going to come.
Well, I did see Trav out on the course a lot. I wasn't fortunate enough to see you guys, but it all paid off for you. Pity about Trav, but, I mean, you finally got there. Let me just throw back to Ryan and he'll just finish off with you.
Yeah, look, to be honest, seeing you cross the line today after all those years, mate, after, you know, heartache after heartache, podiums, but to actually see you on top set today, you know, I think for a lot of people was a really proud moment, including myself. So, you know, I think credit to yourself, thanks, your team, OBR, and a credit to your dad.
Thanks, boys.
Well done.
Thanks, mate. Thank you, everyone.
And back to you, Keziah.
Definitely deserves a massive round of applause. Thank you guys on the floor. That was a brilliant little interview there. I don't know, why do you have me to do the interviews when you do such a great job? Really appreciate everything that goes into making this happen. We'll continue with the Bike Class 1 presentations.
Class 1, 251cc and above, two-stroke.
In third place, from Forest Reefs, New South Wales, in 5 hours, 14 minutes and 1 second, number 165, Luke Nixon. In second place, from Murchison, Victoria, in 5 hours, 13 minutes and 24 seconds, number 122, Reese Parlevilit. I definitely don't think I got that pronunciation right, but. And in first place from Chisholm, ACT, in 4 hours, 28 minutes and 18 seconds, number 115, Josh Harris.
Firstly, just like to say a big thank you to my old man and Alan for chasing me around for the last week and a bit. Big thank you to At Home Landscape, Clarence Contractors, Light Vehicle Solution, Bowman's Transport, Aspect Kitchen and Cabinets, and all the people at the club fuel stops. If it weren't for them, I'd probably be stuck out on the track still. And just to congratulate everyone for getting there and back. Thank you.
All right, we have one more category to go before we head into our outrights.
Pro Buggy. Buggies with engines not exceeding 7,000cc for naturally aspirated petrol engines. 6,000cc for supercharged petrol engines, inclusive of any supercharging, rotary multiplication factors, or 7,200cc for diesel engines, inclusive of any supercharging multiplication factors.
In third place for our Pro Buggies, from Barrow and Bentley, Victoria, in 3 hours, 44 minutes and 51 seconds is car 21, Mark Burrows and Tom Burrows. In second place from Balimba, Queensland, in 3 hours, 43 minutes and 35 seconds, it's car 51, Michael Zaka and Dylan Blake. And in first place from Hazelwood North, Victoria, in 3 hours, 39 minutes and 21 seconds is car number 10, James Cook and Mitch Urquhart. And I think James deserves an extra round of applause because I believe he has a few sore ribs as well from a roll on his way down to Finke.
I'd just firstly like to say a huge thanks to my team, family and friends, my wife, my navigator Mitch. Just, you know, he pushes me to the limit every time we get in that car, and yeah, he's braver than me. Yeah, I can't say too much more, just pretty stoked with the outcome. We didn't make it easy for ourselves. We rolled a few times and had a few moments, but I think that's part of the learning curve with the new car. So thanks again, and yeah, we'll be back.
Perfect. All right, before we head to our outright winners and presentations, let's watch another short video.
It was pretty cool to match around with Gregory. You know, he was an idol of mine growing up, someone that he was a hero of mine. I never thought I'd ever do this. Just kept telling myself to shut up and look at the track so I didn't die. So yeah, I'm glad I'm home. I'm glad we're on top of the podium, and looking forward to celebrating with friends and family.
Yeah, that was brutal. Hats off to Corey. He rode amazing the whole way. It was honestly, I don't think it went over 30 seconds, and it got as close as sort of 2 or 3 seconds there at one stage. So that was tough. That's the hardest fought second place I've ever had for sure. So obviously David in another league of his own. So me and Corey are still young, so hopefully we can keep plugging away and catch Walshy one day, but we never know. See how it happens.
It was a missed opportunity not starting with these boys up front, but yeah, happy to be on the podium for the first time, and yeah, good first race on the 500. Obviously just trying to race forward towards Cow because I knew Hamo was coming behind, so I was just keeping eyes forward, asking where he is at the pit stops, and yeah, just at the last pit stop I had a bit of malfunction with a gel. It was in Cow's dust, and I just settled for third.
I just tried to keep it smooth, but yeah, it was brutal.
Oh, that was the most fun I've ever had racing Finke.
Oh, that was wild as an understatement. Oh my God.
It's just super fun. It's hard work, but with all the crowd out there on the edge cheering you on and that, I look forward to come back for many more years yet.
You can't do it by yourself. It's a big crew.
Absolutely wrecked. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I only decided a week ago that we were going to have a crack.
Last thing I wanted to do was swing a leg over the bike this morning, but I'm really glad that I did. Adios, I'll be back.
How good is that? Before we get stuck into our outright winners, I just want to say another quick thank you to our ambassadors who have been standing up here in high heels to present all of these awards. Ellie, Lauren, Renee, and Georgie, thank you so much. All right, our top 10 cars. Start with number 10. Number 187, Ben Falk and Johnny O'Connor. In ninth place, car 842, Andrew Brown and Denny Hardman. In eighth, car number 2, Mel Brandle and Liam Brandle. In seventh, car 52, Royden Bailey, Simon Toby Waitley. In sixth place, car 31, Kent Battle and Adam Franklin. In fifth, car 21, Mark Burrows and Tom Burrows. In fourth place, car 51, Michael Zacher and Dylan Blake. And to start our top 3, in third place, car 10, James Cook and Mitch Arakote. And in second place, car 434, Billy Geddes, Brett Comiskey, Corey Cooper, and Alan Cornick. And number 1, car 3, Bo Robinson and Shane Hart. I might just see if some of you can come to the front maybe, or that's all right. It'll work. I just need to get one group photo together, all on stage. Just 1 second. I might get everyone to make their way off stage first, actually. Yeah. If you could one at a time line up with the photographer just off to the right of the stage, that would be really great. Starting with number 10. And I know Bo's really keen to give his thank you speech, so we'll get into the cars, our top 3 cars as well. So our fastest 3 cars, the Pro Buggy, in 3 hours, 39 minutes and 21 seconds is car 10, James Cook and his navigator Mitch. Our second fastest car, the Extreme 4-wheel drive, in 3 hours, 33 minutes and 46 seconds, car 434, Billy Geddes, Brett Comiskey, Corey Cooper and Alan Cornick. And our fastest car, the Extreme 4-wheel drive, in 3 hours, 28 minutes and 44 seconds is car 3, Bo Robinson and Shane Hart. Now, Bo, would you like to say some words when you get your trophy?
Cheers, thank you. I'm much more sober than usual. Yeah, look, this has been a long time coming, obviously, and yeah, it's just a big relief to be here. So I just obviously want to thank a few people, but yeah, thanks for everyone being here. This event, you know, the event's, you know, it's been a long-running deal, and it's been very, very close to my heart for a long time. So yeah, I appreciate everyone's support. Firstly, thanks to Mum and Dad. Wouldn't be here without you. You know, like, yeah, doesn't get any better than this, does it, Mum? Secondly, Trav and your beautiful family. It's been a long time coming. Obviously, you've had your ups and downs, and it's just adds to the story. But obviously, everyone watches out when you have a clean run, and it's funny how everyone just sort of, yeah, essentially scared of you having a clean run. The boys, Drew, like literally, the car it literally would not be here without you. So, mate, yeah, can't thank you enough. You're a legend, obviously. Yeah, mate, you can hold your head high because you're held in a pretty high regard with all the boys around you, and mostly the other teams. I hear them talk about you a fair bit. So, fucking fuck off. Anyway, so the other boys, Jake, same deal, bros. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the little bits and pieces that that big brain of yours brings. The boys, Azza, Pino, Shannon, Gaz, Lance, Paulie, Jacko, Scotty, Andy, Mitch, Mark, Dave, Ash, Garth, Matt. Everyone else has helped us this year in particular. I'm not going to go through obviously everyone else, but yeah, thank you very much. I just can't thank you enough. Excuse me, cunt. Excuse me. Is this yours? Now, right, Bretto, you've been here a long time with us, you know. Anything, whenever, wherever, whoever, you're the man. I love you, mate, and I just want to thank you. You don't have to do this, and you've been with us for a very long time, and mate, I appreciate it. And happy birthday for tomorrow. Smoothie, thanks for your help, mate. Hard luck this year, but I think Alice Springs will thank us all that it wasn't a 1-2. I can't say enough about everyone from this town over the years. Just there's too many of you. You know, I fucking don't even get started here. But as I said to Pino and Jason and Jane and Fellows and Rhodesy and Kittle boys and everyone over the years, yeah, I just can't. You know, if you pull into any shop around this joint, roll in there, anything you need done, they drop what they're doing. It's a big deal. Last is Huddy. You're a fucking legend. I love you, mate. And I just couldn't ask for anyone to be, you know, better to spend my day with than you, mate. So I thank you. Sponsors, you know, WA Fire Protection, BF Goodrich Tyres, the Edifice boys for looking after us the last few years. Thank you very much. They're some fucking seriously good lads. Smoothie Cattle Co. and Specialised Towing. Congrats to the boys up here. Dobby, fucking you're a legend, obviously. You're in a good pedigree there, bros. There's only other people next to you who are absolute legends. So, mate, you can pat yourself on the back. Cal and Corey, good job, boys. You got a bit of work to do, but that Dobby, fuck, mate. Anyway, again, this one's for you, Dad. So, miss you, mate.
And just in an orderly fashion, I'm going to get our gorgeous ambassadors to give you your trophies. Well done, guys. I'll get you just to make your way. I'll get you guys to make your way to the right of the stage for a photo. While they do that, I think we should go looking for our roving reporters. Ryan, Yoff, I can see you waving at me down the back. Who have you got?
Keziah, I am down the back, and we're just getting ready to interview, well, put two King of the Deserts together, but I just wanted to make reference to the crack top 10 that you had up there. You had someone that's obviously just won in Bo Robinson, but you had Mark Burrows, who won 5 in a row. And if people think back to his first win in 1999, he first competed, I think, in the early to mid-90s. He's kept coming, and if he was here, I'd grab hold of him to say a few words to him. We're just trying to establish the link with the camera, but we've got Ryan is just about to speak with David Walsh. But in the meantime, I might just speak to someone that's been around David for a long time, and his father, Peter. G'day, Peter.
How are you off? You good?
I'm good, mate. Tell me, how does it feel to have your son equal a legend?
Mate, it's unbelievable. From a young kid growing up, take him out to Finke in the nappies, and then, XR 75. Always had the dream of winning the race, but to win it 5 times in a row is just incredible.
You shouldn't say equal a legend. He is a legend himself now. You used to have 2 of your boys racing?
Yeah, Michael as well. He's over in Canada, and no doubt he'll be watching this. He'll be very proud of his brother, as we all are.
Now, did you race yourself, Peter?
Not Finke, mate. Never raced Finke. No, I'm not that silly.
I remember we've had a couple of interactions back in the day when some of the placings were mixed up and you chased me down the hallway. That was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, mate, you've got to get it right. Huh?
Well, it's certainly a bit of fun for you and me. So what's next for the young fella? You've worked with him as a chippy for many years. He's going his own way. What happens?
Well, number 6.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Now, I was speaking to his mother the other day at the footy, and I said, one word. I said to Jenny, I said, David, don't speak to me. I just need to get next weekend out of the way. And I said, but what about the 50th? I can't wait till then. He can't do 7 of them. I said, well, that's a tall ask. Well, he's formed today.
Yeah, why not? If you still got it, have a go.
He's got a couple of crack fellas following him, which is really good. Great competition.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, David's only going to get older. They're going to get stronger. So.
And what?
So it'll make it a lot more interesting in the next few years.
And tell me, what do you do race weekend?
Not a great deal, actually. Watch the event and hope and pray, mate.
Good on you, Peter. Thank you for talking to me.
And thank you for all your work you've done, mate, over the years.
Oh, good on you, mate. That's Peter Walsh, who is David Walsh's father. And speak of the devil, we have David Walsh right here speaking to Ryan Branford.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Proud to be here. 2024 Fink Desert Race presentation night. I've got David Walsh with me. David, tell everyone in the room and everyone that's watching, what was your weekend like?
Look, I had a really good week. I mean, you get to go down in the truck with Brent Smoothie, and you get to check out where all the puddles were and how beat up the track was, and then you get on the bike after that massage in a trophy truck, which is just an easy run, and then get on the bike and see what you can do.
Yeah, so tell us, I mean, a few people said that you got to run down, a bit of a pre-run before in the trophy truck. So tell us the difference from running down in the trophy truck and the amount of, I guess... Yeah, well, it's not just that, but the amount of effort you had to put into the trophy truck, navigating, and then what you had to do to the bike. Because, I mean, I know for a fact I seen you at 5 o'clock yesterday, and we seen you at sign-on today to come home. So you've had long days, but just tell us, what's the difference, the physicality difference between cars and bikes?
For me, honestly, I'm pretty lucky to be with Brent Smoothie. That truck is unreal. It's just good fun. You get a little bit dry mouth from talking for 2 hours, but and then you get back on the bike. You've seen the track, and I mean the package I've got with KTM, with the Motley Crue, Blizzard, Pro, and Mick Carusi. And then, honestly, the bike handled amazingly. Choice suspension just helped us out. And honestly, this bike this year was it was unbeatable without me on it. It was a good package.
Yeah, so, the long days, do you think they have any effect on your riding, or...?
Not at all. Nah, not at all. I mean, the longer days, it just feels in the morning, You're either sitting around nervous as hell, waiting to get on the bike, and so sitting in that car, it just makes you, it feels in the morning. You get to have a quick look at the track, you get a massage on the back from that trophy truck, and then you get on the bike and go for help.
Yeah, so for those of that don't know, obviously you had the bike win today, which is great, You've equalled Randall Gregory, obviously, but tell us about your car run. So obviously, great run down yesterday, prologue was good. Today, coming home, watching you on the screen, there was some high speed and then a bit of a stop. So for everyone that obviously knows about the bikes, what happened in the cars?
Brent Smoothie, he just drove that car to the tilt. He was amazing, and it was awesome to sit next to him. And unfortunately, we got a flat tyre, and I probably let the team down there a little bit. I just have never changed a tyre on a truck, so it probably took me a little bit longer. And Smoothie jumped out of the car, helped me out. We got the job done, and then we got pedalling again. And unfortunately, 35 k's left to go. We lost the tyre off the rear, and that stopped our run. But we're in second place. Brent, made up the time. He got the job done, and hopefully, if he'll have me, I'm looking forward to sitting in that car next year next to him.
Yeah. So for everyone out there, tell us, what's your mental preparedness coming into day one or day two for a race like that? 230 odd Ks of desert racing. How do you prepare for that, and what does the mental status of a person be to do what you do?
For me, I'm a one-trick pony, so I'm here once a year. I've lost 6 kilos since Wednesday, stressing, not eating, and then I never aimed to be like prologue for me this year. I was trying to aim for 10th, just because I thought the rain was going to help out the track, and I like to chase rather than be chased. So I was lucky to be in third because the dust is so bad. And my cousin and Callum were amazing, and they were so fast, and everything they were doing was great. But I don't know. I think I'm just a little bit older, know the track a little bit more, know what the car's going to do to it, and just bulldogged it a little bit more than they did.
Yeah, so 6 hours ago they asked you if you're going to come back for 2025 with the number one plate on your bike. Can you confirm or deny tonight what you're going to be doing for 2025?
Yeah, the media can keep guessing. I'll see what I do.
All right, David Walsh, everyone, 2024 King of the Desert. How good is that? He's gone 5.
Good on you,
Next
Ryan.
year he'll be chasing 6 if he comes back. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan, and thank you, David, who we'll hear from shortly. Standing right beside me, though, is someone that's not a competitor. He's not on the committee. He's actually one of our very long-term volunteers, and he was last year's Fink hero, Ray Henry. How are you, Ray?
Good, yeah. First time ever I've got here, because normally we're still packing up, looking for riders or whatever, and to get back home to Darwin, but ran very smoothly this year. We got away early, I got back into town, so I thought I'd just drop in and congratulate the Fink committee. It was an excellent run. I had a great crew down at Rodinga, and without that crew I couldn't do my job. They make my job easy, and a few little hiccups, but we sorted it all out, and with the help of my daughter and family and friends, mates, 42nd year went real well.
Good on you, Ray. I have to keep moving because I want to have a chat to Bradley Greenfield. I've got to say that Ray, or Scruffy as he's known, he has a habit of walking around, and you walk past him, he pull his pen out and you say, have you got a program? Say, because I need to autograph it. Speaking of autographs, I think I have an up-and-coming champion with me in young Bradley Greenfield. How are you, Bradley?
Good, mate. Yourself?
I nearly didn't recognise you, mate. You're looking pretty slim and a bit light up the top.
Yeah, bald head. Dobby won with a bald head, so I thought I'd give it a crack. Hasn't worked out yet, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah, Brad, you've been working your way up through the field, if you like, in time. Top 10 this year. How did you feel?
Yeah, good. It was nice to kind of see everything come to fruition and kind of, I don't know, just put everything together. We did a lot of pre-running, a lot of testing and development and whatnot. So to see everything come together and kind of pull itself into a package was nice. Yeah, and to get a top 10 was obviously awesome. It's what I was gunning for. I wasn't 100% confident, but yeah, to make it happen was awesome. Yeah.
Was top 10 in your plan for this year, or because you stepped up quite a few places?
Top 10 was in the dreams, but I don't know if it was in the plan necessarily. I just wanted to improve on my last position, which was 15th. So, yeah, to scrape into the 10 today was unreal, yeah.
Now, I don't want to rain on your parade at all or take anything away from you, but your dad is a 4-time King of the Desert, 97, 98, 2000 and 2004.
Yep.
How much guidance or how much encouragement or professional help do you get from Stephen?
Oh, he definitely helps me out. Obviously, he runs GDR suspension, so he kind of he dictates how our bikes work down the track in a sense. So I guess that's kind of all of his knowledge put into one little package and kind of gifted to us on the bike. So in terms of that, you know, he helps us along the whole way. He keeps us from hitting the deck in some of those gnarlier sections. So, yeah, his knowledge carries with us the whole way down, the whole way back, and yeah, it's a blessing to have him because he helps out tremendously.
Good on you, mate. Well, you look like you've trimmed down a bit, so you probably had to tune the suspension a bit, and you've got your mum sitting in the background, Giselle Greenfield, who worked for us for 10 odd years, so it's a real family affair. So how many more Finks have you got in you?
Well, to be honest, I was going to have a break next year, but now with the number 10 plate, I think we might have to come back again. So, yeah, I don't know. We always say we're not going to come back, and then we end up coming back. So, who knows? Could be endless.
Good on you, Braddo. Thanks for that. Bradley Greenfield, who has moved up from 15th to 10th place this year. Great young fella. Of course, many people know the Greenfield name, his father Stephen being a multiple champion, and he's one to watch in the future. I think it's just about time to head back to Keziah if she's up there.
Thanks, Yoff. Appreciate that. We've still got the bikes outright to go through, but really appreciate getting those little insights from our little roving reporters out the back there. I'm going to start with the bikes top 30. 30th, we have Thomas Livesey. In 29th, we have Ethan Keinhuis. In 28th, we have Lee Stevens. In 27th, we have Ben Bertonazzi. In 26th, we have Jesse Moore. So just trying to organise everyone on stage. It's a small space to fit a lot of riders at the moment. In 25th, we have Liam Dinage. In 24th, Josh Harris. In 23rd, Ollie Pitchford. In 22nd, Thomas Kruger. In 21st, Jake Cobbin. In 20th, James Heenan. In 19th, Levi Stevens. In 18th, Ryan Cossins. In 17th, we have Lewis Monaghan. In 16th, Ray Cole. In 15th, Jack Colbert. In 14th, Simon Gower. In 13th, Tyler Radford. In 12th, Mitchell Outram. Start making 2 rows. In 11th, Campbell Hall. In 10th, Bradley Greenfield. In 9th, Jay Simister. In 8th, Brodie Waters. I might just quickly, guys, down that end, I might get you to make 2 rows. So from 14 down, I might just get you to start lining up in front of... Thank you. It's organised chaos up here. In 7th, Kent Collins. In 6th, Ben Grabham. In 5th, Luke Hayes. In 4th, Corey Hammond. And the first of our top 3 in 3rd place, Corey McMahon. In 2nd place, Callum Norton. And in 1st place, our King of the Desert for a 5th time in a row, David Walsh. We'll just grab a quick photo with these guys. I'll just get the top 3. If you can hang around for a little bit, that would be great. The rest of you, if you want to make your way down to the right of the stage and get a photo, that would be brilliant. We're just going to, while we wait to award our top 3, head down to Yoff, who is somewhere roving around in the crowd. Over here, there you go. Down to you, Yoff.
I am Keziah, and I'm very fortunate, having mentioned a former King of the Desert who has 5 titles. I've actually found him. It's Mark Burrows. How are you, Mark?
Yeah, good off. Yeah, it's good to be back in Alice Springs at the greatest off-road race in Australia.
I'm glad you said that. Unpaid plug. Now, I thought you'd been around since perhaps the mid-90s. Have I got that right?
So 96 was our first one, and we haven't been able to stay away from the place, so we love it. Great place to come and spend a couple of weeks up in the NT, and great race. We loved it.
I reckon you had a class win in your first year or two, and then you managed to crack it over with Rick Hall in 1999.
99 was the big one for us, yeah. So ended up being great friends with Rick Hall after that. So knocking the bikes off. We weren't that popular straight off, but we had a great time for years after that, and just love coming back.
Of course, back in those days, there was this intense rivalry between who will have the fastest time, the cars or the bikes. But We now award 2 Kings of the Desert, but after winning in '99, you just kept going.
Yes, we had a couple of good years, so 5 great years. So it's been awfully good to us, this track, and we just seem to have the knack to get them to the finish. So it's been good, and some great riders have come through since then too, because we've been the Steve Greenfield era, and of course Rick, and and the bikes are actually getting pretty close again now, I think, aren't they all?
They're remarkable, aren't they? The speeds that David and Corey were doing is just unbelievable. Now you've had 2 long-term navvies, Colin Hodge and Mick Shannon, and you tend to drag them around the country. Do they still alternate?
No, they don't navigate. I've got the younger son in with me, Tommy. But yeah, I don't have to drag them around. They love coming back here too. They have a ball. So Colin's now our head chef, and Mick's our head driver to get down to Fink. So they love it. They come back without too much arm twisting.
So they still get a free trip up.
Free trip up. Yes.
Good stuff. And now, how many more do you have in you? Or when do you hand over the reins completely?
Yeah, so we had the car I ran a few years ago, Matthew, my eldest boy's driving now, and he's doing really well in it. And I think I could get the sack pretty soon, really. So, no, I've got 2 left in me, I reckon, y'all.
You reckon you'll see the 50th out and that'll be it?
I've got to do that 50th. That's going to be the big one, isn't it? So, we'll keep going.
Good on you, Mark. Look, I'll let you go back to sitting with the boys. I can see Mick in the background, and now I just want to catch up with probably a champion just after your era, or just as yours sort of petered out. Old mate here, Hayden Bentley. He came through in 2007 in a single-seater.
No, well, actually 2007 was a twin-seater with Ben Schivel sitting here alongside us. He's still coming back. 2013 was a single-seater, so...
That's right, my mistake. So 2007, g'day Ben. How was that? That was a breakthrough win for you?
Yeah, it was. I'd actually had a few years off racing to make a few dollars, so I could come back and chase Mark and some of the mates. And yeah, I actually got 3rd in 2005, 2nd in 6, and won it in 7. And yeah, Ben was on board, and it's amazing how things turn around. Ben's now riding with my young fella in a 10 car, and they come back in the days when me and Mark were, bashing down. We're trying to break 2 hours. Sam, my lad, did it in 2 hours in a 10 car today on a rough track, and you're like, what is going on? So yeah, all this time later, Ben's back doing it again. So. And
Hannah said Sam had an amazing run today. What's next for you? You just seem to be ageless.
Oh yeah, I wish. You don't hear the noises in the morning when we wake up.
Well, when I look at you and Mark Burrows, I've got to say one of you looks ageless.
Good on you. No, look, I was bloody shattered this year, to be honest. I put a lot of work into my car, fresh engine, all-wheel drive truck. We were one of the first to bring one out. Now Brent Smoothie's running one and so on. But yeah, we just had an engine problem just when we were leaving. So that was extremely disappointing. It was a track that suited me. It was very similar to 13. But look, that's racing. You need a lot of things to go right, and mine ran out at home. So it was just, I could have stayed and tried to fix it, which would have jeopardised the kids' race. So we said, no, we'll leave it at home. And Hannah and Sam have both come up, and yeah, Hannah's a bit disappointed, but she was driving unreal till her incident today. And I think she would have done probably about 2 hours, 2 or 3, coming back today without the incident, which that's racing. But I just love it. It's nothing better than watching your kids go up and down. And we've been doing it a long time, me and Mark. So we just got to sit back and watch it, and it is what it is.
Good on you, Hayden. So great to talk to you. 2007, 2013, you'll be back for the 50th?
Oh, I can't stop if Mark's still going, Christ.
He's going to tackle the old stage. Well, that's Mark Burrows and Hayden Bentley.
Deal is as long as you're here, Yoff.
Hey, yeah, we've got some pretty big trophies to still give out. Thank you so much.
It's all yours.
We love your chats. It's been so brilliant tonight. But we want everyone to stick around because these are some pretty big trophies to hand out here. Your top 3 fastest bikes for 2024. They're all Class 2. In 3rd place, bike number 4, in 3 hours, 40 minutes and 4 seconds is Corey McMahon. In second place, do you want to say a speech? You can say a speech if you want to say a speech. Yeah, go.
First of all, just a massive shout out to Dave, Walshy, Hazy, Gravo. As a kid dreaming about racing this race and being on the box at 18-year-old, they took me in from the get-go without even knowing some of them, and they really guided me to where I am today. So without that I wouldn't be here. Obviously my family and everyone that supports me, my pop for coming out every year since I started and staying out here and holding the fort, Gas Australia, Motorex, Blair's Tyres, Gow Street Recycling, exclusive switchboards, and yeah, just all my family and friends are coming out. My girlfriend for surprising me at the finish line today and flying out, which is a massive effort. So yeah, thanks to all them.
Well done. Our second fastest bike in 3 hours, 38 minutes and 59 seconds is bike number 2, Callum Norton.
Firstly, just a big thanks to the whole Finke committee, everyone who makes this event possible. It's great to come back here. This is my 5th one, and loving it every year, and only seems to get tougher. So that track out there this year was brutal, and that was great. To Scotty Watts from Dirt Bike Services and Dirt Bike Suspension, massive thanks to him. Without him this year, we come up 5, 6, 7 times, and just worked our butts off to try and get this bike as good as we could to hopefully get up here on the podium. So without him, this wouldn't be possible. Claire and Hendo at Social Media NT, they were down there for every pre-run and doing all the socials and everything all weekend to keep everyone up to date with everything. So without those guys, it obviously wouldn't be the same. And then obviously Jason Stewart from STE Engineering, he started this team last year, and I was lucky enough to be the rider on it and sort of get things going last year. And he took another step this year and gave another crack, and we've gone 2 seconds now, which is pretty cool. And obviously had Geordie's son as well out there riding, as well as Liam and all the other guys he helps out, it's awesome to see. And he loves this event and normally races himself, and I'm sure he'll be back hopefully maybe next year or the year after, I'm hoping, but we'll see what happens. To the fuel stops, Fuel Stop 1, Walkie, to Neil, all the crew there, thank you. Fuel Stop 2, Ferg, Mono, Simo, Ondi, big thanks to them. And then just, all my family that's come up, my girlfriend Jordan, my sister, her little one, mum and dad, grandparents, all the cousins, big thanks to them. It's great to have them here. They've been here since I was 5 at all the races, so to have them here is pretty cool. And just everyone else, all my sponsors, Fox Racing Australia, and then just a big congrats to David and Corey. It's pretty cool to share the podium with these guys. Corey raced through the juniors with him, and obviously David being teammates and sort of like a role model really from 2019 to now, so I'm pretty stoked to be on the podium with those guys, and it's awesome. Thank you.
And if anyone knows a sunscreen sponsor, he's also looking for a sunscreen sponsor for next year. Hair loss, spray tans, working on the whole lot. And now for a 5th time in a row, your King of the Desert, the fastest bike for 2024 in 3 hours, 38 minutes and 12 seconds is bike number 1, David Walsh.
I'll start off with the fact that me and Callum are looking for a hair plug sponsor for next year. But look, this race is pretty unique. It's a once a year type of an event, and if you don't have everything in a line, it goes ugly pretty quick. So I'm very lucky to be supported by Heath Motor Group, KTM Australia, my own construction company, Oscon NT, apparently they're the best in NT, but anyway, WP, Choice Suspension. The bike was absolutely insane this year. It just handled everything, the track threw at it. Motorex, Alpine Stars and Alpine Star tech bag. We wore the the tech bag this year, which kept us safe, and my cousin Liam, thankfully. Pod Active, Steg Pegs, Custom MX, Michelin, IMS products, Vortex Ignitions, JTR, Topline Seats, XL Rims, Red Rock Plumbing, Sozdog, love you mate, thank you. Carusi Motorsport, Carusi. If anyone ever needs a bike built, go to Carusi Motorsport. It's the best in the business. And then if you need your motor tuned, look up Apro Motorsport, because these boys, we've been here for how many years, and we've got the best package out on the track, so thank you, boys. And then, if you're hungry, go to Blizzard's Kitchen. We get fed well. Blizzard looks after the boys, so thank you. And then, obviously, I've got my wife, Kate, who just is a single parent for 6 months, so she's amazing, so thank you, Kate. And then my daughter, Kaylee and Sophie, sons, Jack and Lockie, my mum, who gets handballed the kids a lot, my brother Twisty and Matt, and then my old man Dad, and then old man Umstead, who's helped us out a lot this year, and Nick Reuter. Reuter Diesel Care. If you need your truck service, go see Reuter Diesel Care. Thank you, everybody.
Well, thank you so much for having the patience to get through tonight. I think some of you have already started to make your way to the bar, and that is exactly what's on the agenda next. Thank you. Thank you for making the 48th running of the Tatts Finke Desert Race so incredible. We will see you next year at the 49th Tatts Finke Desert Race on the King's Birthday weekend, June 6th to 9th, 2025.